At my father's black tie birthday celebration, my mother slapped me and ordered me to leave through the kitchen exit. My father smiled, but at that exact moment the state senator walked onto the stage, announced that I was the secret sponsor of the event, and told security to escort my parents out. I didn't even raise my voice. I simply stood there quietly and watched the fake reputation they had built fall apart. "I'm sorry, but you're not on the guest list." My mother said it while I was standing at the entrance of my father's black tie birthday celebration, wearing the only dress I owned that still felt like me. 40 people were inside. 40 people who knew my family. 40 people who watched as my mother slapped me across the face and pointed toward the kitchen door. "Use the back exit," she said. "Don't embarrass us tonight." My father smiled. That was the part one remembered most. Not the slap. Not the whispers. Not even the way everyone suddenly looked away. It was my father's smile. Like he had been waiting years to see me standing there, humiliated. My name is Sarah Mitchell. I am 32 years old, and for most of my life I was the person my family quietly pushed aside. I wasn't the successful one. I wasn't the favorite one. I was the person they called when they needed help, but the person they ignored when there was something worth celebrating. My father, Richard Mitchell, was 61. He owned a successful real estate company in Austin, Texas. To everyone outside our family he was generous, respected, and impossible to criticize. Inside our family he was different. He cared about appearances more than people. My mother, Elaine, was 58. Her biggest fear was not losing someone she loved. It was someone finding out that her perfect family was not perfect. My younger brother, Jason, was 34. He was always the golden child. He could make mistakes, lose money, cancel plans, and somehow still be forgiven. I was different. I was the one who was expected to understand. The one who was expected to stay quiet. The one who was expected to smile. That night was supposed to be my father's biggest celebration of the year. A black tie birthday event at a luxury hotel in downtown Austin. A private ballroom. Expensive decorations. A stage. A live band. And I was the person they wanted to remove through the kitchen. My mother grabbed my arm. "Did you not hear me?" I looked at her. "Mom, I was invited." She laughed quietly. "No, you weren't." I pulled out my phone. "I have the invitation." She looked at it and then looked away. "That was before." "Before what?" "Before we decided this event was for people who actually support your father." I stared at her. "Are you serious?" A few people nearby turned their heads. My father walked toward us. "What's happening?" My mother immediately changed her expression. The same expression she used whenever other people were watching. "Your daughter is creating a scene." I looked at my father. "Is that what you're going to believe?" He adjusted his jacket. "Sarah, tonight isn't about you." I almost laughed. Because somehow in my family, everything was never about me. "Then why are you trying to throw me out?" My father lowered his voice. "Because you don't know when to stop." That sentence told me everything. He had already decided who I was. Before I continue, if you enjoy stories about standing up against people who underestimate others, take a moment to like this story and subscribe. More stories like this are coming, and trust me, what happened inside that ballroom was something my family never expected. I looked at my father one more time. Then my mother stepped closer. "You always do this." "Do what?" "Make everything uncomfortable." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "I came here to celebrate your birthday." "No," she said. "You came here because you wanted attention." I felt the room getting quieter. Then she did it. She slapped me. It wasn't hard enough to knock me down. Didn't need to be. The sound was enough. Everyone heard it. My mother looked shocked for half a second, but then she looked around to see who was watching. That was who she cared about. Not me. The audience. My father didn't move. He didn't ask if I was okay. He didn't tell her to stop. He just smiled slightly. "Go home, Sarah." I touched my cheek. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just looked at them. "Okay." My mother frowned. "That's it." I picked up my purse. "That's it." She smiled. "Good. For once you're making the right choice." She thought she won. She thought I was leaving because I was defeated. She didn't know I had already made a decision. I walked toward the kitchen doors. The staff looked confused as I passed through. One of the servers asked, "Are you okay?" I looked at him. Yeah. I wasn't. But I would be. I didn't leave the hotel. I walked into a small employee hallway near the ballroom entrance. Because there was something my family didn't know. Something nobody in that room knew. I wasn't there because I was Richard Mitchell's daughter. I was there because I was the reason that event existed. 3 months earlier, my father's company had faced a major financial problem. Several investors had started leaving after questions about a development project. My father didn't know I had spent years building relationships in the business community. He didn't know I had become a corporate event consultant. And he definitely didn't know that the entire birthday celebration had been arranged through my private foundation. The foundation he had laughed at when I started it. The foundation he called a hobby. I stood in that hallway and checked my phone. A message was waiting. Senator Parker has arrived. Everyone is ready. I took a deep breath. Then I walked back toward the ballroom. This time nobody stopped me. Because everyone was looking at the stage. My father was standing there with a microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. People clapped. My mother stood beside him. Jason was near the front table. He saw me. His face changed. Sarah. I ignored him. Then the ballroom doors opened. Everyone turned. A man in a dark suit walked in with 2 assistants. It was State Senator Michael Parker. The room immediately changed. People stood. Phones came out. My father walked forward with a huge smile. Senator Parker. What an honor. The senator shook his hand. Richard, happy birthday. My father looked proud. Then Senator Parker turned toward the audience. I actually came here tonight for a different reason. My father smiled. Of course. The senator looked directly at me. Sarah Mitchell, could you please join me on stage? The room went silent. My father stopped smiling. My mother looked confused. I walked forward slowly. Jason whispered, "What is happening?" I didn't answer. When I reached the stage, Senator Parker took the microphone. I want everyone here to know that tonight's event was made possible by Sarah Mitchell and her organization. People started whispering. My father stared at me. The senator continued. She personally organized this fundraiser, secured the sponsors, and protected the reputation of this entire evening. My mother looked at my father. What? My father looked angry. Sarah. The senator turned toward him. Yes. Your daughter. The room was silent. Then my father tried to laugh. This must be some misunderstanding. I looked at him. No misunderstanding. He stepped closer. You planned this. I shook my head. No. I fixed what you couldn't. His face changed. Because for the first time he realized I wasn't the person he had ignored. I was the person who had saved him. And I was done hiding. My father grabbed my arm. What are you doing? I pulled away. Don't touch me. People noticed. The senator noticed. Security moved closer. My father lowered his voice. You are making a mistake. I looked at him. No. I made mistakes when I kept protecting people who never protected me. Then the second surprise came. A woman approached from the crowd. Her name was Victoria Hayes. She was one of my father's biggest investors. And she had something to say. Richard, should I tell them why I actually stopped working with you? My father's face went pale. Victoria, don't. Everyone looked at her. She continued. Your daughter didn't ruin your reputation. She protected it. The room became completely quiet. Victoria held up her phone. I have emails. Financial records. Messages. My mother whispered. What is this? Victoria looked at her. Your husband was moving company money into personal accounts. My father immediately said, that's a lie. Victoria shook her head. No. It's the reason the board removed you last week. I looked at my father. Even I didn't know that. He had hidden it from everyone. Including me. The man who always talked about honesty had been lying for years. The senator looked at security. Please escort Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell outside. My mother froze. What? The senator remained calm. This event is no longer associated with them. My father looked around. Nobody defended him. Nobody moved. The same people who always praised him were now watching him lose everything. Security walked toward them. My mother looked at me. Sarah, you can't do this. I looked at her. I didn't. I pointed toward the room. Your choices did. My father was escorted out. My mother followed. Jason stayed behind. For a moment I thought he would blame me. Instead he walked toward me. I didn't know. I looked at him. You never asked. He looked down. That was the first honest thing he had done in years. After that night everything changed. My father's company went through investigations. Several secrets came out. The perfect image my mother spent decades building disappeared within weeks. People stopped inviting them to events. The same people they tried to impress stopped answering their calls. Funny how quickly things change when people see the truth. Months later my mother called me. She called 17 times in one day. Then she left a voicemail. Sarah, we need you. I listened. I deleted it. My father sent messages too. He apologized. But his apology was mostly about what he lost. Not what he did. I didn't need revenge anymore. The truth had already done the work. Someone asked me recently if I would ever forgive my family. I thought about it. Then I answered honestly. I forgive myself for believing they would change. That was enough. If you think Sarah made the right choice by standing up for herself, don't forget to like this story, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more powerful stories. Tell us in the comments, what would you have done if your own family treated you like you didn't matter?